3-second delay when live stream starts. So that's why I'm like, sometimes you hear me at the middle of my greeting. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm just gonna put subscriber mode on. Okay. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I want to do like a general reading. Let's see what messages come out. They may not resonate with everybody. They may not resonate completely. There may be certain messages that may resonate with you. This may be a situation or matter that has already occurred, could be coming up, or may be coming up, and it may be going on around you. Because if you know anything about energy, when you're connected to other people, it could permeate into your energy. So feel free to share the messages as they resonate with you or anyone around you. But please note, not all messages are going to resonate with you. Some, if not any, will. My name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. I'm an oracle and tarot card reader. Okay, so let's see what messages does the collective need to know at this time. I'm using the Life Happens deck. And the first card that we have is Unexpected Blessing. There is an unexpected blessing. Okay. What else? What else? Unexpected blessing. So an unexpected blessing could be something that obviously is a blessing that you did not expect to come. It could be like a tower moment, but in the best way. It could be something that you didn't know you wanted, but then you end up receiving. It could be something that you've been wanting for a long time and it happens unexpectedly, right? Then we have counseling. So some of you may be becoming counselors, or you're seeing a counselor. Counseling could be anything. And then we have Drama Queen. Drama Queen. Whenever I think of this card, it reminds me of Leos. I have a Leo moon, so I'm not hating on any Leos. But Drama Queens. You know, someone who likes attention, likes to be seen, likes to be recognized, likes some money. So unexpected blessing, counseling, and Drama Queen. All right. Hi, Cupcake. How are you? I hope you're doing well. So unexpected blessing, like I said, it's something that maybe a wish come true, a manifestation come true, something that you didn't expect to happen. Could be a miracle. It could be anything positive, anything that, this is just positive energy. Maybe something that you've been waiting for a long time. With the tree, it's indicating like something that maybe some of you are setting down roots somewhere. Maybe you're finding your dream home, or you were approved for a mortgage or something with the dream home. It could have to do with some of you may be finding out that you are having a baby. That could be for some of you. That's not going to be for everybody, because not everybody is fertile and not everybody wants kids, you know? So that could be that. You could be meeting somebody, person that maybe someone who's going to be helpful to you, that's going to provide you guidance, support, advice where you need it. It could be a professional, or it could just be someone that like you feel like you can open up to, someone that you can share your ideas, share your thoughts. Not that I said ideas, it makes me think that, I don't know if some of you are working on something. I don't know if some of you are graduating from college. Maybe you're going to become like therapists or psychologists, maybe psychiatrists, where you're going to be helping people with mental health, being maybe a coach, a career coach, a life coach, a counselor in some way, even a lawyer, because lawyers are also seen as counselors. Some of you may be legal advocates, paralegals, something like that. But it could be that. There could, like I said, I mentioned, there could be somebody that's connected to that could be offering you support, and that's what's going to lend or open up some sort of blessing to come towards you, right? But we have Drama Queen showing up. Like I mentioned, Leo energy. This reminds me of Leo. I have a Leo moon. I'm not judging any Leos. It's just Leos are known for, you know, being very magnificent creatures. You know, lions, right? Beautiful. When you see one, you can't help but to look at it. Can't help but to admire it. This could be somebody that's like that. You may feel like that. Maybe the unexpected blessing is what's going to put you out in the spotlight. Maybe some of you are part of drama, performing arts, singers, actresses. You maybe are auditioning for something, And maybe you've been taking drama classes, maybe some of you were seeing a drama coach, and now you're getting a big break. The person could be someone who connects you to someone that's going to give you this unexpected blessing, or it could just be that you've gone through something, and then now you're going to have an opportunity to be seen. But also, drama queens are known as people who start trouble, who always want attention, and they will do and say whatever they have to do to get the attention that they want. There's someone who, in the negative sense, wants all the attention, wants the spotlight on them. So it could be that. Maybe some of you are separating, moving away from a drama queen energy. Men could be drama queens, women can be they, them, they, their, he, her, she, like anybody could be a drama queen. Okay, and it's funny because I split the deck, right? And I went to shuffle, but this card was at the bottom and it stood in the bottom. Envy. If you're someone who is going to have some sort of big break, where you're going to have money, recognition, you're going to be put in the forefront, you're going to have some people that may not support you. They may be envious of your success, of the big break you may be having. And it doesn't have to be like an actress or anything. It could be like you're getting a promotion, you're being put in a leadership role, which is Leo energy, which is lion energy. It's the leadership role. Maybe you're getting something that somebody else wants. Like I said, it could be a promotion. It could be a job, a very competitive job. It could be a raise, and someone may be finding out about it. But I feel like it's something that is going to put you in the forefront, where you're going to be recognized, where you're going to be seen, where people are going to know you. But that's also going to put you in the place where you may have people that are going to be jealous or envious of you. And I only say that because of that. The envy card being at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let's see what else comes out. I want to know what this unexpected blessing is. Maybe I can narrow it down to whatever it is for you, however it resonates. As I mentioned in the intro, not all messages are going to resonate with you. Some will, some may not. But let's see what this unexpected blessing may be. What is this unexpected blessing? What is this unexpected blessing for the collective? For whoever this message is meant for. What is the unexpected blessing? 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 Okay, we have the Knight of Wands, which is fire sign energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And then we have the Nine of Cups. I feel like there has been something that you've been taking a lot of action on, something that you've probably been going back and forth, like you've been doing everything you need to do. Everything you need to do. All the tasks, all the responsibilities, you've been running around. That is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is called he's the passion knight. He's the one that they say is the one that maybe, has different options and maybe entertaining different people if he's a player, right? The one that goes back and forth. But that could be your energy. You may have been working on something. You've been doing your due diligence and taking the necessary actions that's going to lead to some sort of wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. This is about being at a place where you feel completely content and satisfied. And that's tied to the unexpected blessing. Let's see what else. What else you could tell us about the unexpected blessing? You'll know if this message is for you. If you've been taking a lot of action, you've been running around. Because you're just doing so many things. Let's see. What else is this? What else can you tell us about this unexpected blessing for the collective? What is this unexpected blessing for the collective? I'm having a bad hair day. The weather's not the greatest here in New York. I left the house with my bangs smooth, and then they just look at that. I don't know what the hell that is, so we're just gonna go with it. So what is this unexpected blessing for the collective? Tell us more about this unexpected blessing. I feel like whatever you've been putting your foot forward, like you've been taking the necessary steps, taking all the necessary actions that you need to take, is something that's connected to what you're very passionate about, what lights a fire under your butt, but also something that you really love and care about, you know? Something that you love and care about. It could be some of you may be meeting somebody too that you may consider is a blessing in disguise, like an unexpected blessing. Because sometimes people are blessings to us. Okay, so if that's the case, some of you may resonate with either being a fire sign energy or a water sign energy. You may be dealing with somebody that's younger than you, or you may be younger than somebody, if it's that. But it could also be something that you've been doing that you're still new to, but you've been learning and growing and evolving. Because to me, the knights are like adolescence and early adulthood, you know? Kings and queens, they're more mature, older, like 40s and 50s, if you want to do it by age-wise. So some of you may be you may be like in your 20s and 30s with the Knight of Wands and Knight of Cups. I'm just putting ages out there. Okay, what else is this? What else? Oh, it could also be some sort of offer that's coming towards you. Something that is very fulfilling, that is a wish come true. And it may have to do with a job. It may have to do with work, something where you're going to be making money. Slow and steady wins the race. So this is like, you've been doing whatever you needed to do. This may have been a long time coming. And in the beginning, I did mention the tree, and trees take a long time to grow. So this could be something that you've been waiting for a long time. Something that you've been working on, being diligent and taking the necessary actions, possibly going back and forth, you know, doing whatever you need to do. And it may be tied to finances. Like I said, it could be a job offer it could be a job offer, it could be a love offer, but you take it as a resume, because blessings to us are subjective. Page of Cups, 2. Whenever the Page of Cups comes out with things that I feel like is being offered to you, it could be tied to something that is from your childhood too. Something that, and I did mention, is something that you probably are new to, that you are learning. Okay. Tell me about the 9 of Cups. Tell me what else. Something that has been burdensome. I feel like there may be some sort of relief and support that may be coming to you as well. If you felt like you've been overburdened, I keep mentioning, you kept moving around, you kept doing things, you kept going back and forth. But it reached a point where you may have possibly thought about giving up. But you kept persevering, because that's what the Knight of Cups is. The Knight of Wands is someone who perseveres. Maybe the back and forth had to do with a lot of setbacks, a lot of adjustments you needed to make. Also, with the 10 of Wands, it was burdensome, very heavy burden. Okay. All right. Let's see. I don't really think it's like really giving us. What about a different deck? Did I? Nope. To clarify, it's like you never know what comes out. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go into the Fortune Oracle deck and see if we can find out what this unexpected blessing is. This is just to help narrow it down. Something that you've been putting a lot of time and energy towards. Something that's taken a long time, but it's something that you're passionate and care about, and it's a wish fulfillment. Can we get a specific? Can we get a specific message for the unexpected blessing? What this could be related to? What is this unexpected blessing related to? It's something that, like I said, something that's been taking a long time. The patience card. It's to slow down, change your attitude, clear your mind. And the bottom is marriage. I did mention it could have been a love offer. And we have the Eagle card coming out with you will soar towards destiny with greater clarity and strength. So it's something like I mentioned, perseverance. It's very vague. I think that's general. I think that because it's different for everybody. It's not really wanting to tell me what exactly it is. That didn't really, but definitely something that you've been very patient. You may have been, you will know what this is. If this is your message, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not giving me specifics. If I brought a different deck, it may have given me a specific message. I did mention that was something that you probably had a lot of setbacks with. Financial setbacks. It could have to do with finances. You may be receiving some money coming towards you. That's going to be a source of relief. If it is, it's something that is going to help you relieve some of the burdens, financial burdens that you may have experienced, but also is going to leave you feeling fulfilled. I don't, like, this could be related to anything, but I know there may have been some sort of dissatisfaction or sadness, but you've been putting in the work, the time, the focus, the attention to detail, and that's where the offer is going to be coming in. It's going to be a emotional relief. It's also going to allow you to put down your burdens, to rest, be happy, feel complete, satisfied. But like I said, it could have been a long time coming. So it may have to do with finances. I feel like it's finances. But it's going to be, I don't know if it could be a lawsuit and I did mention counselors. Counselors are seen as lawyers, counsel. So there could be some sort of, it could be tied to litigation, a lawsuit. I don't do legal readings, so it could be tied to that. Okay. All right, let's find out what this counseling is about. Tell me about counseling. Some of you may have been stuck in your head, stuck in your thoughts, feeling mentally trapped. And it could be tied to that situation where you may have had some sort of financial burden that you felt like you were stuck. But it could have been a prison where you felt like it was one that you created on your own. Because if this is the thing, if some of you are facing some sort of financial situation or setback, hi Dana, how are you? If some of you are facing some sort of financial setback and you really don't know what to do, I would suggest you go find someone who can help you. Like I said, someone who can counsel you. It could be a financial advisor. It could be a financial coach. It could be a lawyer if you need it. If it has to do with a lawsuit or litigation, even divorce. But that could be where the counseling comes in. Because with the Eight of Swords, that's indicating you're feeling trapped, like you really don't know what to do. That you probably put yourself in a situation, or you were put in a situation where you feel like you felt trapped. It could be that. Tell me more about the Eight of Swords with the counseling card. Yeah, there may have been some sort of deceit. I don't know if somebody stole from you, somebody manipulated you. It could be something like that, and that's what's kept you in your head. Maybe there's some sort of regret or stress, anxiety tied to it, and that may be the reason why the counseling card came out. So if some of you are also have dealt with that, where you felt like somebody was lying to you or deceptive towards you, and you've been stuck in your head, this could be advice for you to reach out to someone. It could be a counselor, it could be a therapist, even a lawyer if you need a lawyer. But just someone that, can help you work through whatever issues that you're experiencing on your own, and help you get whatever justice you need. If there was some sort of deception. But also it could be some of you may need to talk to a friend if it's not anything that serious, It could be a friend that helps you, leads you may be able to give you advice and maybe even recommend someone to you that could help you with your whatever issue you're experiencing that has kept you in your head. Like, and it could be having to do with some sort of heartbreak. It could be like some of you may have lost a job in the past and you were dealing with financial issues before that reason, or some of you could have been unlawfully terminated too. It could be something like that. Tell me more about counseling with the Eight of Swords and Seven of Swords. Anything else? Anything else for the collective? Yeah, like some of you need to do some sort of healing, something to help rebalance you emotionally and mentally, to help ground you. So some of you are definitely needing some sort of support and guidance to help you transmute that energy, to also heal and rebalance yourself, recenter yourself. When I split the deck, I see the Queen of Cups. So some of you may be a water sign energy or dealt with a water sign energy, or it could just be someone, the counselor may be someone who's very empathetic, a listening ear, someone who is caring, and allows you to express your emotions, creates a safe space for you to express your emotions. But like the Lovers card came out, it could be with a love dynamic. It could be have to do with that, but it also has to do with you making some sort of choice, choosing to get the help that you need. Because some people may be a little bit resistant to that. Okay, I want to know about this Drama Queen card. Tell me about the Drama Queen. We'll see if this has to do with the... if this has to do with the person you may have been dealing with, someone who may have been deceptive towards you, or this could be something totally separate from the reading itself. Tell me about the Drama Queen. Tell me about the Drama Queen energy. This is Drama Queen energy. Tell me about Drama Queen energy. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles. It's about teamwork, collaboration. So this could have to do with work. We have the Five of Swords that came out in the reverse, which is indicating that like there's some sort of end to a conflict. Or someone could have been a little bit deceptive, playing mind games with you. But we have the Four of Swords indicating that there's a need to take a time to rest, to restore your energy, to heal. And the Empress. I don't know if the Drama Queen could be a mother figure, or you're a mother, or you're dealing with a mother figure, or someone towards Venus, or just someone who... It could be somebody who thinks very highly of themselves. Wait, a bunch of cards flipped. Wait, half the deck flipped over. Some cards flipped. Got the Six of Pentacles. Could be somebody who may have been breadcrumbing you, may not have been very generous with you, or could have been, or someone that let me see. I'm just at the part of in my mind. It could be someone who, I say, it could be a Leo energy, right? The Leo card did not come out at all. But when I just think about this, I just think someone who's a performer, someone who may have acted, who acts, or just someone who likes a lot of attention on them and whatever. So there could be somebody at work that may have or may be trying to start drama with you. But I feel like what this is saying is that if that's the case, some of you may need to protect yourself, distance yourself, do not engage with that person. Especially if there's someone who is maybe someone who thinks very highly of themselves. For some reason, I'm thinking blonde hair, even though it could be somebody with blonde hair. But outside of that, it could be somebody too they don't necessarily, drama queens don't necessarily, somebody could be called a drama queen and maybe used in a negative way towards them, but some of you, it may actually be a negative. And with the fact that the money is there too, and then we have the Three of Pentacles showing up, it could be somebody that where it's involved with money, where you earn money, where you work. It could be anything like that. It could be a bank too. Anywhere where there's money. Five of Swords. The Five of Swords in reverse is usually, Five of Swords in the upright is indicating someone who will win at all costs, right? But in the negative sense, it's like somebody probably did something shady. Because if the card's reversed, that card always confuses me. Because like the Five of Swords is about conflict. So if it's in a reverse, it would be what? The resolution of a conflict? So I'm going to check something. Even though I'm a tarot reader, like I'm trying to see what that would mean in this, and I have no shame in my game. Let me see, Five of Swords reversed. Even doing this might help me figure it out. It says the end of a conflict. That was one of the messages that I got. That there may have been somebody who was a drama queen, who started conflict, but now is wanting to make amends. Because the Ace of Cups came out. Sometimes people act out in dramatic ways. So it could be somebody who acted out dramatically and oh my God, for real, Dana? Because as soon as that drama queen card came out, I was I was already thinking about Leo. It just, that popped up in my mind, and I had to be like, I'm not against Leos. I have a Leo moon. I'm not judging, whatever. But but there seems to be some sort of end of a conflict, where someone wants to bring peace, wants to balance things out with the Four of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. But this could also be someone that you may be retreating from who was breadcrumbing. But I feel like one of the messages that did come out, and I was like, I don't know. I got a little unsure about it. But I feel like this person may be thinking about the long term, because of the Three of Wands. And this is someone who takes some sort of action and is waiting for the ships to come in to see what the result is. They're waiting for some sort of judgment, like what's going to happen in this situation. But definitely they want to work together. They want to collaborate because, like I said, the Five of Swords, the end of conflict. So they want to work together. They want to set aside any animosity, any drama, that they want to lay that to rest. So hopefully this is someone that wants to bring, like I said, in a positive sense, it could be somebody wanting to restore balance to the situation, give where they need to give, extend some sort of heartfelt gesture, apology, even. And I'm saying that because of the conflict card, the Five of Swords being the conflict card. Somebody wanting to I guess, kind of like start over. Because after the Judgment card is the World card. But they need to know, is there a possibility for a new beginning? And it doesn't have to be a new beginning to be together, but just a change of moving away from the conflict and working together, bringing more peace into the situation. So maybe somebody's having that realization. But it could also be like this is somebody that you had a love relationship with. Let's see. And then we have the King of Pentacles. I don't know if there has to do with money. Because in the beginning of the reading, I was talking about somebody may have undergone some financial struggle. Because a lot of the cards, the last two cards that came out was Heartbreak and then the Eight of Pentacles. And Eight of Pentacles it's about money, right? But it's about something that's taken a long time to come, a long time coming. But it's some sort of offer, something coming in. So, I don't know, some of you, it could be like this first part of the reading could be tied to the drama queen energy, where some sort of balance, I don't know if there was deception, somebody was playing mind games, or something where somebody needed to seek help and get guidance, advice. It could be a lawyer, it could be some sort of counselor, like a mental health counselor, it could be a friend that gives advice. But ultimately, it's like whatever this is, in the beginning, it was unexpected blessing. Somebody getting the necessary help they need, and then drama queen. I read them separately as separate messages, and I'm putting it all together. So there's somebody wanting to restore balance, and this could have been something that may have been happening for quite some time. And I say that because the Knight of Pentacles is someone who doesn't move very quickly. He's not as ambitious. I mean, he's ambitious, but not as impulsive. That's the best word. Impulsive. Yeah, I was thinking child support, but I didn't want to say that because of what you said. So hopefully, that comes out, that this person does what they're supposed to do, does their part, because that's where this is coming in. I don't know, somebody was giving the bare minimum, but now it's like this unexpected blessing is going to bring some sort of satisfaction, some sort of relief, which is, I think, Dana, you should, I don't know if you saw the beginning of the reading, so you could, but I would say there was something that's going to bring some sort of relief, emotional relief, financial relief. There, like I mentioned too, that there was a lot of back and forth, like somebody was doing their due diligence, taking every step that they needed to take, but it reached a point where someone was burdened. But whatever this is going to help lift the burden. It's going to help lift the burden. So yeah, that's that for that reading. I wish you luck, Dana. I hope that it turns out in a positive way and that you get the support that you need, whether it's financial, child support, yes, definitely financial. But I like that the King of Pentacles came out too, because that has to bring, it's about stability and support, someone reliable. So hopefully there's a change coming in for this drama queen energy. You're welcome, Dana. It's so funny. You weren't even here. As far as I know, you weren't here in the beginning of the reading. So, it's interesting. So sometimes I doubt myself. I have to stop doubting myself as a reader. Okay. So that's that. I have a little bit of more time. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go into the blocked and blessed card just to see what comes out for the collective. Okay, so maybe when you get the chance, if you have the time, you should check out the beginning. Oh, I don't like telling people what they should do. If you want, you might want to check it out. Okay, so what blocked and blessed message do we have? What message do we have for the collective? So now all the messages are going to resonate with everybody, because the last reading could have to do with a job opportunity, could have to do with love too, not only about finances. Okay, the first card we have is self-love looks good on you. Confidence, glow, and attraction. Seems like some of you may be in that energy where you're like really feeling yourself. It says the best filter you will ever wear is self-love. Yeah, some of you have been putting in the time taking care of yourself. And self-care, like I said in a reading before, is it's not only about getting your hair done or getting facials and lip fillers and shit. It's also taking care of your mental and emotional health. Resting. Feeding yourself with good food and good content, not consuming things that aren't healthy for you. Can you tell me more about this? Congrats, you made it out alive, barely. I feel like for some of you, this may have been a struggle, like trying to get to this place where like it was challenging, because maybe, I'll be honest, I've never really heard about the concept of self-love until I was in my 30s. And I'm like, I never heard of that. That's so weird. Thank you, Dana. um, and that was something that I feel like weird saying this. Like I didn't know about self-love until my mid 30s. And I don't know if that some of you are in a self-love journey yourself, or some of you may be reaching the tail end of self-love journey. I mean, like you should always love yourself. So, but it's the point of like you're finally accepting yourself for who you are. You love yourself, flaws and all. You accept your flaws. You know that you understand that there are certain things you can change and you can't change, and what you can change, you work on that. But there are certain things that you can't change, then you have to accept, right? When it comes to yourself. So that could be for some of you, but some of you may be reaching that tail end where you're feeling more really good in you're feeling really good about yourself, but you're also feeling comfortable in your own skin. You know? Okay. Healing feels like garbage before it feels like growth. No, you're not dying. Yes, it sucks. It says resilience, patience, struggle. So some of you are in this journey. There's gonna be setbacks. There are gonna be times that you're feeling really good about yourself, feeling really confident, but then there are gonna be times when you may regress, where you may go back to certain behaviors, and that's part of healing. Like they say, you take 2 steps forward and you take 1 step back, or sometimes it's 10 steps forward and then 20 steps back. But the whole point is you did take steps forward, and sometimes we regress, but then it's like, okay, you have to figure out what was it that triggered me to go back to old behaviors? What triggered me to go back to self-limiting thoughts or beliefs? What is making me not feel confident about myself? You know, what is it about myself that I don't love, that I haven't accepted? You know, that's when that's the trick. When you regress back into certain things, that's a moment for you to realize, okay, there's something that I missed, and there's something that I need to address before I can really progress with my self-love journey, before I can progress with my healing. So it's a struggle. It's a internal push and pull. You know, it's like internal tug of war, because if you're trying to get to this place where you appreciate and love yourself, the old version of yourself is going to fight this new version of who you want to be, you know, this new person you want to become, because it feels that way, you know, it feels comfortable being who you were before because it's what you know. But then trying to become somebody new, somebody different, even changing the way you look at yourself, view yourself, and feel about yourself, it's a battle, it's a struggle, and it's going to be hard. It's annoying. It could be annoying. You're like, well, yesterday I felt so good about myself. I felt like I could take over the world, but then today I just want to hide under the blankets and cry my eyes out, you know? But the thing is, it's like, why do you feel like you have to cry your eyes out? There's something that you need to really take the time to to experience and reflect on. You know, and also it's okay, even if you're going through the self-love journey, it's okay to be sad. You know, maybe some of you are thinking about past memories, situations where you probably were hurt, or maybe taken advantage of, or unappreciated, or you feel like you've allowed people to take advantage of you, or anything. You reflect on that, but then it's you also realize, okay, what can I do to change that within myself? You know, and like I said, with the regression, that's just a place for you to revisit what you were experiencing, right? So that whatever was the trigger that caused you to go back to regress into whatever feelings about yourself you had, or you're trying to move away from, there's something in there that you need to really unpack. You know, but it's like slowly and surely, you know, the regressions start to slow down, and then eventually you stop, and then you'll get to this place where you feel confident and assured, self-assured in yourself. And you understand that there are going to be moments where you're sad, where you may reflect on certain things, you may be nostalgic, but that's okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay, but just as long as you don't stay in that. I like to say emotions are places we visit, but not places we stay. They're teachers. They teach us. You know, but are you willing to learn the lesson? Are you willing to analyze, reflect on what is triggering you to regress into something? But as you're going through that, it's going to be a struggle and you're going to survive it. You just have to keep pushing forward, but also give yourself grace because of the regression. Some of you, and I hope some of you understand what I'm saying. Sometimes when we take those steps back, even though we've taken a number of steps forward and then we take some steps back, you still have to, you can't dwell on that too. You can't get mad at yourself because you're like, oh my God, I went back to this behavior. Yeah, you went back to it. That's okay. That's still a part of who you are. That's part of your shadow self. But the thing is, it's like, are you going to stay there? Are you going to dwell? Are you going to live there? Are you going to unpack and just like set down like a freaking camp, set down camp there and just stay there? Or are you just going to visit that and be like, okay, why did this happen? And then you reflect and you think and then like, okay, I understand. And then you move forward. You build on that. You build on your confidence. You build on your healing. You build on your self love. But it's over time, and it's going to require you to be patient with yourself and compassionate with yourself and have grace. Give yourself grace. Like it says, healing feels like garbage before it feels like growth. But it's how it is. You just have to be patient with yourself. I'm not trying to be preachy or anything. I'm trying not to be preachy. Okay. So that's that with that message. But I find it was interesting that these cards came out. And it's funny, like, it's a self-love looks good on you, right? And then you survived. Congrats, you made it out barely alive, right? But then it feels like it's like this. That's what made me think about the regression, because it wasn't like this. Oh, healing hurts. It sucks. Oh, and then, but you survived, and then now you feel good about yourself. It came out backwards. So this is where the idea of regression came back. So it's that life is full of ebbs and flows. You just have to go with the flow, and your emotions. You're gonna go up and down in your emotions, especially about the way you feel about yourself. But you just have to remember who you are. Like the emotions, they're just emotions. They could go away in a second. The way they could come out of nowhere, they could disappear too. It's just don't get stuck in them. Look at them, reflect on it, like, oh, I see. Okay, all right, I'm done. Then you release. But don't get stuck. Don't dwell. Because in this card, she looks like she's dwelling. That could be what some of you are doing. Dwelling doesn't really do you much good. Oh, that's good. Hi, be calm. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. You have to. That's something that must be considered. But let me see. Well, okay. So later on, I'm gonna do a live. But I'm gonna do all signs reading, and I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet because they could take 2 hours, and that's I like doing readings, but the all signs, it takes a lot of time too. So I'm trying to find a happy medium. So if I think I might go live around, I'm gonna say 6 p.m. 5:30, between 5:30 and 6 p.m. So I hope to see you all there later today if you can, if you're able to make it. If not, that's okay. I hope all of you are having a good day wherever you are, and that you're remembering to be kind to yourself. And it's funny that I'm saying that because I used to have a beauty channel, and I was watching my outro, and I would always say, I hope you remember to be kind to yourself. We always have to be kind to ourselves. We always have to be kind to ourselves. So remember that. You just have to give yourself grace, compassion. If you have to apologize to yourself, if you have to forgive yourself, then that's what you do. You have to do that for yourself, because not everybody's going to do that for you. And sometimes the person that hurt us the most is ourselves, you know? So I hope that message helps you in some way. And I hope you do remember to be kind to yourself. And I hope to see you later on today. Take care, everyone. Bye.